What's up, friends? So we've got an awesome video for you today. We are going to take a look at how I landed my first 8-page feature with Ironman Magazine. This just hit my front doorstep. It's the August 2013 edition, and I don't want to make this video about me. I want to help you get ripped up in a very short period of time. I want to tell you how I did it, and I will show you the pictures that resulted from it. So as you can see, the article was on my muscle building transformation 10 years ago when I first got into the industry. It's called Twig to Big, 40 pounds of muscle fast. And we'll flip open here. It just came out awesome. I can't thank the Ironman guys enough. Thank you, John Balick, Steve Holman. Thank you, David Young. Thank you, John Rowley, for making this happen. So check it out, everybody. Here we go, page 113. It's starting from Twig to Big. Vince Del Monte redefines muscle building, 40 pounds in 24 weeks. Now, this happened back 10 years ago when I was 22. This is my original before picture. Isn't that great? Classic, eh? You can't get a better before picture than that. And then this was 10 years later, and I shot this a year ago. So you can check out the article yourself. It goes into depth on, basically how I got into the industry, why I was motivated, how I gained so much weight in such a short period of time. It goes into all those little details. And there's another great before picture. This is when I was a triathlete. This was after the World Junior Triathlon Championships. I was on the national team when I was 16. And represented Canada, went to the World Championships, was the 4th of 12 Canadians, 53rd of 153 people that year. So I'm pretty proud of that. And then I got into bodybuilding. What a contrast, eh? Fitness modeling, whatever you want to call it. So there's a few more shots. Isn't that great? What a phenomenal photo shoot. Thank you, Michael Nouveau and his daughter who helped out with who did the photo shoot for me that day. Awesome, awesome day. And I want to tell you guys how I got ready for this photo shoot. So here's the story. 2 weeks prior to the photo shoot, I flew down to Tampa, Florida, and I met up with my great buddy, business partner, Ben Pikowski at the gym. And the reason I was down there was to launch Hypertrophy Max for the first time, and we wanted to do that together. So when we're at the gym, I said, yo, I got this photo shoot with Ironman Magazine in 2 weeks. Can you do a quick physique assessment of me? Let me know, what I need to do. Can you help me, dial in these next 2 weeks? So we went to the change room, took my shirt off, and he just stares at me. I'm like, bro, what's wrong? How am I looking? He goes, when's the photo shoot again? I said 2 weeks. And he's like, bro, you've got like 4 weeks of work. You're way behind. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? He's like, yeah, man, you're like barely 13% body fat. So I have to lose like 5% body fat in the next 2 weeks on top of launching a product, sleeping 4 to 5 hours a night, which comes with launching a product. And I asked him, what would you do, man? And he burst out laughing. He's like, 3 a days, no carbs, start now, get to work. So that's how it started. And the next morning I set up my routine, and my routine was like military style. So the diet was really straightforward. It was actually pretty boring, pretty bland and simple, but it was good enough to get the job done. So we did 2 protein shakes a day. We did 2 chicken meals and we did 2 steak meals. Each meal had vegetables with it, no fats, and we focused on a ton of water. So I was measuring it out, 6 liters a day. Tampa's very hot. And that was the diet. That was it. Nothing more than that for nutrition, whole food nutrition. In terms of workouts, I did 3 workouts a day. And how I set it up was the first workout was after meal 1. My second workout was after meal 3. And then my third workout was after meal 5, right before the last meal of the day. The first 2 workouts were hypertrophy-based weight training workouts. So we trained the same body part each day, and I just cycled through a little split. And they were 30 to 35 minute workouts just to get my test levels up, bump my metabolism up. And that way I could keep my intensity high as opposed to doing 1 hour and a half long workout. 3 shorter workouts were allowing me to get more out of my body. Also because I had those meals interspersed there. In terms of the actual, details of the weight training workout, to be honest, it was mostly supersetting the same body part, hypertrophy-based protocols. That's pretty much, 4 exercises per body part, switching up the exercises. It was really just contracting the muscles and really just trying to sweat as much as I could.
One thing I want to point out to you guys right now, Vince has actually got a photo shoot on Monday. So today's Tuesday. And Vince got a photo shoot on Monday, so I've actually got him doing 3 workouts a day on basically 0 carbohydrates. So he's getting his butt kicked right now because he's a little behind schedule. We want him to be shredded and look crazy for photo shoot.
And then the final workout of the day was interval cardio if I can manage it. And the intensity was different every day, usually the stair climber, or go to a field and sprint if I could. And that was how I burned calories in the evening before my last meal. So I was extremely hungry the entire 2 weeks. The first 4 days was a cinch, and then pretty much the last 10 days were probably 10 of the hardest days of my life. Fortunately, I have amazing people down there to keep me motivated. My man Dan Long, Ryan Watson, Big Ben, all these guys knew I was getting ready for the photo shoot, and every day, they were like, come on, Vince, go, Vince, you can do it. They knew I was gearing up for this, so that helped a lot. Big Ben trained me on the second week, so we filmed some hypermax workouts that week, so I really got a lot out of my body when I was putting very little in. In terms of supplements, this was probably the craziest thing I did, and I pretty much threw everything I possibly could at my body, and the supplements I went for were things to help me manage and control my cortisol levels. As you guys know, cortisol is a fat storing hormone. It's the hormone that causes you to hold on to belly fat, and that was the only area I needed to strip off. So what I needed to focus on were supplements that really helped manage cortisol. So what did I take? Phosphatidylserine, up to 1,200 milligrams a day spread out throughout the day. Vitamin C, up to 7 grams a day. BCAAs, I was taking 20 to 40 grams a workout. Glutamine, 30 to 70 grams a day. We were taking green tea extract, a little bit of caffeine, which is very thermogenic before a workout. Magnesium, up to 2 grams a day, spread out. All this was spread out in even dosages. And fish oil was taking 20 grams a day, again, spread out over even dosages. So these are all things to basically combat all the energy I was expending and all the stress I was putting on my body to help minimize the hormones that were probably taking a beating during that period. And lastly, you're probably wondering what I did to peak for the day of the photo shoot. So really simple things, and actually very different than what I did for my shows. Because this is a photo shoot, you don't need to be so dried out. So I didn't dehydrate myself. These pictures were actually taken with 2 liters of water in me. I only carved up for 1 day, and it was a very aggressive day. It was eating about 10 ounces of potatoes, white, red, orange. I'd rotate the colors around, and white rice every 2.5 hours. I cut my protein intake down to 4 ounces per meal, and started taking some natural diuretics. Nothing crazy, but just to start tightening up. And I did that for the Friday before the photo shoot on the Saturday. And then on the Saturday when I woke up, I just really focused on a lot of granola and more fast acting sugars. And that was pretty much it. Really nothing fancy. No crazy, fat loading or, kind of contest prep strategies I've shared before. And that was it. So got a light pump on, did a spray tan, did a little trim, and that was it. Showed up, did the photo shoot, and 12 months later, we got the photo. So thanks everybody, Ironman Magazine, for the opportunity. I'm extremely thankful, grateful for the opportunity to be featured in your amazing magazine. Hope I made you guys proud. And thank you for everybody who's expressed interest in a little piece of my life. And I hope that everything I shared with you is helpful to get you ready for your next big deadline. Take care, everybody. Be sure to like this video up and to share it with your friends. This is a rare occasion that a professional fitness model goes in depth and tells you the intricate details of what he did to get ready for a photo shoot. So I hope it helps not just you, but all the friends that you have as well. Talk to you guys soon.